everyone. How are you guys doing? I just want to check before we start. We were experiencing some issues with. Oh, Isiam, you're actually live. Am I live on Instagram?
No, not yet.
Okay, that's quite interesting. So, okay, well, I guess for some reason that didn't work for me. Yeah, because I'm not even looking at myself here on. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go with the flow. So it's all good. Let's just continue here with this live, Isiam. Let me just see because I can barely see even if I change. Just 1 second. Something that I noticed, Isiam, is that we don't look that well there. I'll show you how. I don't know if you can see the screen. That's how
Oh, that's how we're streaming.
it's streaming that way. So
Okay.
you're actually not. Um, yeah, it's kind of weird.
Okay.
We have to look into it. Okay, so I apologize for that. I mean, at least they can hear you. That's the best thing, right? I think. So as long as they can hear you, it's all good. So I'm just gonna close Instagram here. And so, how you doing, Isiam?
I'm doing great, Rafa. Very
So
good.
today, guys, as we were saying last week, we've been talking about the principles, right? So today um, we're going to explore and discover. We're going to delve into the Hermetic principles that has been recognized through history, from the ancient Greeks philosophers to scientific advances of the 20th century. This doctrine, which was lost and then rediscovered, speaks to us of a fundamental truth.
Through the law of vibration, we will explore how everything in the universe is in constant motion and resonance. From subatomic particles to the stars in the sky, we will discover how our personal vibration affect our reality, from our thoughts to our relationships and circumstances.
That's right. I just want to make sure that if someone is texting on your live, Isiam, so I can tell you about it, okay?
Okay.
So yeah, so join us on this journey of self-exploration and learning as we unveil the secrets of vibration and its transformative power in our lives. So hold your horses and get ready to expand your understanding and elevate your vibrational frequency towards the manifestation of your highest desires and potentials.
So, this hermetic principle was recognized by some of the earliest Greek philosophers, so who incorporate into their systems, but it was lost sight for centuries by thinkers outside the Hermetic ranks. But in the 19th century, physical science rediscovered the truth, and the scientific discovered on the 20th centuries that they have added an additional evidence to the correctness of the truth of this hermetic doctrine from all sectors.
So nothing is still, everything moves, everything vibrates. The law of vibration suggests that everything in the universe is in constant motion and vibration, from subatomic particles, like Isiam said, to the stars in the sky.
And according to this law, nothing in the universe is in absolute rest. Even things that we see motionless, like maybe a rock, are composed of particles in constant motion at the molecular and atomic level.
Yeah, and that's what we were saying before, right? In one of our lives, Isiam. It just depends of how things are vibrating. As an example, I have this thermos here, and it looks solid, right? And the thing is that it is the frequency that is vibrating that we see it as solid. Okay, and that's why in one of the lives I demonstrate a video when I was in a course and I bent a rebar between two people. We put the end of the rebar or the beginning of the rebar in each other's um, area, in this area in the neck. And at the count of three, we move and we were able to bend that rebar. But the only way how we were able to do it is for us to realize that it was just a vibration, that it was energy. Okay? So energy is vibrating at a certain frequency. And the human brain is young. It's composed of millions of cells that we call neurons, right?
Mhm.
So when a person makes a decision, the neurons carry the message to the rest of the body to produce the action. Okay, so through many experiments, the brain map has been discovered, and according to which the activities that develop the different parts of the brain and their relationships to the physical body are known.
And however, researchers have not found where the part is that chooses to make a certain movement. So they had come to a conclusion that the mind is not in the body. The mind occupies the physical brain, but it's not in it. The mind is bigger than the entire physical body and is found in every part of it. So, not just in the brain. So, when we say, for example, oh, this idea came to mind, we are reaffirming this scientific truth that the ideas come from somewhere else.
Yeah, and just like I was
Wow.
saying in Spanish, right, Siam, that they made an experiment when they had everything connected to the brain, let's say, and also as well in the fingers. And when someone
Mhm.
said something to the person that had that be done, and they were asking something before the person answered, in the actual neurons, let's say, right, it was already the answer and it was just a yes or no response. So that goes to tell you that that part that they call that the mind, right? I like to say it, Isiam, that it's more the consciousness, going more into the quantum realms, right? According to the quantum physics, that everything is consciousness. So that's quite fascinating. So, for the moment, you must understand that every thought you choose comes from an infinite space in which there are also infinite possibilities, and your being makes a specific choice at every moment. But your true being is not any of your thoughts, but the one that makes the choice. Okay, so you are the one that is making the choice, not your thoughts. Okay.
So this is simple. Any thought, any word, feeling, action, reaction, even the house, a dog, a thing, a person, a tree, everything is in constantly emitting a vibrational wavelength. So in other words, everything is vibrating all the time and is emitting a vibration or even a frequency that can match or be rejected by another person with a different vibration.
Yeah. So you see here, vibration is fundamental property of reality. Okay. Everything has a unique vibrational frequency, and that determines its nature and its manifestation in the universe. Right, like I was saying, because that this is solid and this is a thermos, and I am vibrating a different frequency, so I don't see that as being something different. Right. For example, the colors that we see are different frequencies of light vibrating at a different speeds. We are detectors and emitters of vibration, just like antennas, right? Like I like to say to my clients, we are always emitting, sending things, right? And receiving things, okay? So, we're always we're always receiving and emitting these vibrations all around us. Changes in the vibration of one thing can affect the vibration of other things that are in resonance with it. So, as an example, something that happens is that perhaps that had happened to you, where you are in the supermarket, right? And then all of a sudden you have a headache. And then you don't understand why you're having or experiencing that headache.
Mhm.
And so, what I tell my clients is that what happens is that perhaps you were matching the same vibration of that person, and could be that the person either passed it to you or you picked up that headache because you were in the same vibration as the person. Okay, so that's pretty much what I'm trying to say here. This can have implications on various levels, from the physical, emotional, or spiritual level as well.
So the law of vibration suggests that our experience and even circumstances are influenced by the vibrations that we emit and attract. Our thoughts and emotions have a specific vibration. If we are vibrating at certain frequencies, such as hatred or anger, we will attract experiences and people that are in resonance with those vibrations. For example, if you think about a problem or a problematic person, your entire vibration immediately moves and harmonizes with that vibration. It's something similar that, and if you think, for example, if you think about God or angels or wonderful things that make you happy, your entire being immediately responds by raising your vibration. That's very interesting.
Yeah, and it's like going to the context that you're explaining, Isiam, something that came in my mind is kind of like when you walk into a room, right? And then you can feel the vibration of those people around the room, right? Inside the room.
Mhm.
So you can see if they're happy or not see, but that you can feel if they're happy. And sometimes you find yourself that you're like, I don't know, it seems to be a little bit tense up here. And that's because you're picking up that vibration, right? So this law applies in many spiritual and metaphysical practices. For example, the law of attraction, right? It is thought that by maintaining a positive and positive thoughts or emotions, one can raise up their vibration and attract positive experiences into life, right, Isian?
Exactly, and this principle is one of the most interesting. People live daily in attachments to everything that they are around it. And when something changes, they fall into confusion and even they can fall even in crisis.
Yeah, you see, unfortunately, we live in a society where change generates anxiety and insecurity. So, when from the beginning we should be understanding that nothing lasts forever, that it may happen that your partner or a job lasts until you're dead, but just in that period, it ends, concluding the same.
Something very important that is that vibration of fear. Fear is a vibration of lowest. Science it is always present. It's always presenting a negative side of what we want in life. If you are afraid of illness, you will attract illness to your life. If your fear is, I don't know, poverty, you will attract poverty into your life. As long as a person remains vibrating low, they will only attract to their life people or even situations that will increase their discomfort.
Yeah, like ECM says, right? Fear is a vibration of the lowest frequency. So this is the level, Lysiam, that I would like to call it a bad luck, right? So
Yeah.
many people say, I don't finish getting one thing and then I go into another problem. Or I don't finish getting out of this problem and I get another one, right? And So that's pretty much what we are focusing on, right? The answer to this is very simple. Okay, as long as the person remains vibrating at that level, they will continue to attract the things of that level. Remember, we're always creating, right? So whatever you focus on expands. So until that person changes their personal vibration, neither health or joy or love or luck in general, they won't be able to manifest all of those things.
So this is not only lowers our vibration, but we are also programming our subconscious mind to react with fear to life.
Yeah, I mean, fear is there to protect us, right? The subconscious mind is also there to protect us. But you have to differentiate on that, okay? So let's say Nikola Tesla said one time, Isiam, that if you want to understand the universe, you have to think of the terms of the energy, frequencies, and vibrations. So, what he was trying to tell us with this phrase is that you can understand that one of the greatest minds in the humanity that we had, right? Um, he was trying to give us a message of an introduction to all of those minds in research or in search of satisfying their need for knowledge.
So the principle of vibration, it also is also touched by the law of attraction, referring to it when we say that thinking positively attracts positive things, right? And circumstances. But it also works in reverse. If you are thinking negatively, you're going to attract negative circumstances into your life. So, to change this, it is necessary to be aware, to be very attentive to your thoughts, to your actions, to everything that occurred. So, you can change it immediately if you have any negative thought.
Yeah, so you see, generally, those people who bring us problems are our teachers. Okay, we kind of mentioned it last time.
Mhm.
Who test our position here. This way, we know if that position is solid or not. Okay, so as an example, what I'm trying to say is if someone has the ability to put you in a bad mood or pushing your buttons, right? It's because you still have a weak part of you or something that you need to heal or transform, right? It's kind of like a way of reflection, the mirror effect, right, Isiam? Where, like, if there's something about someone that we don't like, is because we are sitting in ourselves. It's something that we need to work on ourselves. So you cannot change others, but you can change yourself. When you change yourself, then the things, the vibration is going to go through other people, and then they're going to start to change because everything starts from you. Right, Isiam?
Right. So another metaphysical truth explains that the higher laws impose themselves on the lower. So this means that if you improve your personal vibration, you will improve the vibration of all those around you. This is the most effective way to change others. By just improving oneself, relationships with others improve. This principle never works the other way around. No person of low vibration can decrease your vibration unless you find yourself weak. So, if so, you are not vibrating high. That's very interesting.
It's very interesting. So, Isiam, it's what I tell my clients about when the things that they observe, right? Like they absorb, not observe, that they observe, and so you have to be very, very aware. Okay, that's the right word, I think. You have to
Yeah.
become aware. So, like now that you have that awareness, if you are going to a supermarket and then you receive a headache, just as an example, right? Or if someone is pushing your buttons, then become aware of what's going on here. Why am I feeling this way? right? Why did I have that headache? I didn't have it before. So perhaps you are vibrating in a low vibration. So um, to use this Loisium to our advantage, we leave you these examples, okay? To generate a better personal vibration, first of all, you must have a very careful, or you have to be very careful with what you say, what you pronounce, right? Because words have vibrations. So
Yeah.
avoid using bad words, okay? They have a very low vibration and affect both the environment and people. We saw it on the live when we did Emotos, right? When he was saying things to the water and then he froze that water, right? And then how the particles, molecules, and stuff that were generating for images. So this is something that you have to keep in mind, okay?
And you can use bad words once as you can discharge your anger, or that is valid. But the problem here arises when they become habitual vocabulary, when you use it all the time. Also, when you are complaining or you criticize someone, your vibration decrease. So this is happening because the word has creator power. When we complain about something, we are only affirming that the problem more. And when we criticize, we are giving more place to the perception of our ego than our spirit.
Yeah, it's one of the things, right? The egoism always marks the differences and keep us from being at peace with each other. So the spirit reminds us that we are children of the creator, that he loves us and that we are equal, right? So remember that criticism makes you see in others what you don't see in yourself, which is just what we saw last week with the law of correspondence, right, Isiam?
Exactly. So avoid situations, people, and places that make you feel bad and that steals your energy. Get rid of the stress, anxiety, fear, the anger, the guilt, or even sadness from your life. Learn to say no to what is not good for you and set limits to what harms you.
Yeah, and things that you can do to raise your vibration can be like things like look for activities, people, and places that make you feel good and that bring you joy, where you feel at ease. Okay, welcome, Yo soy el Rorro Mi Rey. Welcome. He is watching your live, Isiam. So, like I was saying, where you feel at ease, right? Find balance in yourself. You could practice meditation, yoga, music, art, sports, or anything else that connects you with your essence and lifts your spirit, right? So I was saying in Spanish that I love to dance, right? So sometimes we forget that all those little things, right? So just take time for yourself. Just put one song that you like and bring the volume up and start singing or dancing, whatever it is that you really like to do. You don't have to do it for a long period of time. You can do it just for like 5 minutes or so, and with that, that will help you to remind your cells, your vibration part of you, to elevate. Right, Sam?
Yeah, also protect your vibration. Align your vibration with what you want to attract in your life. Your vibrational frequency influence your results. Feel as if you already have what you want to act accordingly as if you have it. Trust that the universe will give you what you want, what you need at the right time.
Yeah, and that's one of the principles of law of attraction that a lot of people don't really tell you, right? As well, being grateful for what you have, even though you don't have it at the moment. But if you're grateful for that, it is also a way of saying to the universe that you already have it, you're feeling that way, right? And also, You could use sounds, okay? You can do the repetition of mantras because they also have vibrations, right? Like when we were in talking about the chakras. I don't know if you guys saw those lives, and if you don't, if you miss them, you can always watch them on our YouTube or Facebook, Isiam Holistics or Rough Energetics. And when we, as an example, we gave the example of the Om. Okay, so when you say Om, I will say it, and I want you to see at my lips that you're going to be close at the moment, and then there's going to be a part of the Om where it vibrates. Okay, so it is Om, and at the end, when you're closing your lips, it's vibrating. So if you practice that, you'll perceive or hear the vibration that is coming out of you. So by doing this, this will help you. Normally, the mantras are Sanskrit, but it's up to you what kind of mantras you want to use. Okay. So the vibration of this sound unites you with the universe and is very useful to dissolving any negative emotions or situations. Now, not because you just said "oh" one time, that's gonna that's gonna do it, right? You have to repeat it at least for, I don't know, like 5 to 15 minutes, okay? And there's also light language, okay? So if you don't know what language is, my perspective of light language, because Sam and I uh, use light language, okay, in our sessions. And what I find is that it is a way of communication with our souls, okay? It's a way of communicating between soul to soul. And there's something that you don't even understand because there's no words. But the other person, when they are closing their eyes, they can feel it. Something resonates within them. Resonates, right? So it's the part of vibration. So when we are in our sessions and something is not changing, we use that light language to bring the codes that you need at the moment, or something that is not changing, it can just dissolve and it can transforms, right?
Exactly. And by focusing on good feelings and ideas, we can attract good vibrations and build the life that we desire. So, the law of vibration responds to your thoughts and emotions. So, maintain a positive mindset and emotion. Focus on what you value and love to create a positive magnetic field.
Yeah, so in a recap, everything in the universe is in a constant motion and vibration. And these vibrations play a fundamental role in the creation and manifestation of our reality. Okay? So we must be congruent with what we think and do, and above all, to manifest in ourselves. Okay? So the highest vibrations, such as those of love, gratitude, compassion, and happiness.
Exactly, and understanding this principle allow us to understand that we are like magnets, attracting what vibrates like us. Remember that if you change your habits, your thoughts and feelings, if you connect more with the spiritual and the abundance of the universe, you will produce a change in your vibration of your mental and emotional bodies. And therefore, you will be more sensitive to the positive vibration of the universe, to the angels, to the abundance, and even God.
Yeah, that's amazing. If you really practice this part, if you really understand what we try to say to you, wow, things are going to start to move, things are going to start to change. So put it in practice. Please share, like, subscribe. Please try to bring this awareness to more people. So if you share this with someone else, uh, perhaps that person that you're sharing this with might help. And also, the more people we can bring into awareness, the better for the world, the better for the community. right? So thank you, Siam, so much. Is there something else that you want to say, Siam, before we go?
I just want to say thank you for the people who is watching us right now, or who's going to be watching us later. Thank you so much, and see you next week.
Yeah, thank you guys for everything, and we'll see you next week. Like Isiam says, remember, please like, share, subscribe. Let us know what you think about what we just said. If there's something that you think that we missed, let us know as well. We're not saying that we know everything, right? So let us know. We want to know your opinions. We want to know if there's something that you will want to hear, in a next live. I mean, we're gonna finish up with the principles, right? These laws. But then once we finish, if there's something that you would like to know, that you want us to focus on, we can definitely work on that. Okay. So thank you, Sian, once again. Thank you guys for being
You.
here, and have a
Bye.
nice and wonderful rest of the weekend. Okay. Goodbye.